What happens when cult meets cult? One built on reps and the other built on revs.
A podcast on wheels, a one-of-a-kind conversation with Prateek, proud Harley owner and cult champ, while cruising on our Harley 440X.
Where we talk about mindset, movement, and the magic of community, one ride at a time. Let's go! All right, Prateek, how are you doing? How did you wake up this morning, like 6 a.m., riding on a bike in the hills?
I think the better question would be, did you sleep last night?
I hope you had the dose of your coffee and everything.
Absolutely. Pre-workout here as well.
Let's get a workout when we get to the top. You are a biker, and when we were talking, I heard a lot about your long rides and your trip to Ladakh on a bike and everything.
Mhm.
What was the first bike that you ever had, and any funny story attached to it?
My first bike was a year 2006 Bajaj Pulsar. One of the funniest incidents with that bike was that obviously I was a teenager. I had just turned 18. I wanted to show off my bike, and we were going to play cricket at a local ground. And I entered the ground as fast as possible and then skid on the ground as fast as possible in front of everyone.
Whoa! I don't think that was a funny story. It was painful.
It was funny because it was embarrassing.
I mean, maybe it's funny for you now, not when it actually happened, right?
Oh no, not at all.
I'm not really a biker like you. I used to ride a lot in the hills because, I've grown up in the hills. So all my, school life and college life was, on roads like this. But it's been a while since I've ridden. I'm thoroughly enjoying this experience.
I think you might be nostalgic as well, right?
Yeah. I'm just, missing all those good old days from Dehradun and Mussoorie. All right, Prateek, was your first ride a solo one? Were you with people? Do you ride with people now? Just bridge us through that journey.
Sure. While my first rides were solo, I quickly understood the importance of having a community around me, because a community would always be there to uplift you, to support you, to give you that confidence, to learn better, to ride better. And you get that feeling that you are never alone at all stages. Even outside of riding, the same people will stay in touch with you. And eventually they turned out to be good friends as well. So yeah, it's now more about community riding than solo riding. Speaking of communities, when you first launched Cult, what was your intention behind starting with group workouts?
Yeah, I think, when I started Cult in 2015, I had a very simple insight. One, the people who were the most regular to training were the ones who used to come with a training partner, or at least had a personal trainer. So there was an element of people around consistency, and that stuck to me. Second, I realized that people need access to a good training plan, which they were not getting otherwise in the global gyms at that time. And to get access to a trainer, they would have to pay a lot to the personal trainer. So I had these 2-3 things, and I just understood the power of community. I understood that the power of giving people their safe space while they are surrounded by like-minded people. And that's where the idea of first Cult came from. And when we started, we got really good feedback from people, and we were, in the beginning, we were doing things which were a little tough, like mixed martial arts and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So those were like things that don't naturally come to people. But when it happened in the group, I could see, women 35 years old and above, women 40 years old and above, men and women in their, 30s and late 30s and early 40s, just try coming and giving their best. Why? Because they wanted to show up for the people of Cult. And that's, that was a very powerful insight for me. So like you said, in biking, you spoke about community. I think in fitness also, it's a lot about community. So tell me about, when people go on road trips, how should they make sure that they're safe while they're riding, anything that they need to be mindful about, and what is the one thing that you, Prateek, always carry on your rides?
Couple of things that I would always advise people is to have a good night's sleep the rest before, so that you are well rested and well prepared for the ride the next day. Second thing is always keep yourself hydrated, because wearing good safety gear and in extreme weather you could definitely sweat a lot and feel dehydrated, so keep yourself well hydrated and well fed. A couple of things I always carry with me when I'm riding are basic first aid safety kit and some basic spare parts and tools like a spanner, a screwdriver, a spark plug. These definitely help in the long run.
There's so much common, no? Like between fitness and biking, you spoke about the fact that someone should sleep well. Now let's say if I was running a marathon the next morning, of course I'm gonna have to focus on sleeping well the previous night. I'll have to focus on my hydration. There's so much common between biking and fitness, and of course there's one thing, that's community, that that's common between the two as well.
Absolutely, you touched upon a brilliant point. I can recollect some other analogies as well, which would well appeal to adherents of both. The importance of pre-ride or pre-workout checks, the importance of proper safety, the importance of a warm-up for yourself as well as your motorcycle, right? And good quality fuel, of course, for both yourself and your motorcycle.
Wow.
And obviously living in the moment, right?
Amazing. This is super amazing.
So Rishab, I feel that there's something about music that appeals to both motorcyclists as well as people doing a workout. Is there a particular song or a particular genre that puts you right in the zone and makes you pull those extra reps and do supersets and so on?
I'm pretty old school that way. I love the track Beat It by Michael Jackson and a lot of other Michael Jackson tracks. I love Summer of '69 by Bryan Adams. I love a lot of pop rock from the 70s, 80s and 90s. One of the top favorite would be Hotel California. What kind of songs do you like?
I'm more into hip hop and R&B. So anything like 50 Cent, probably Notorious B.I.G. Songs like those always put me in the right mood when I'm about to set out riding. Funny how a community activity like motorcycle riding or a workout can turn into a long-lasting friendship. Don't you agree?
Yeah, of course. These are things that get people together, right? You do things, which you like to do together, hang out with like-minded people. That's how we grow. That's how we make friends as well.
Have you had a particular instant when that has come true for you?
Oh yeah, for me, fitness has been the anchor in my life. It's changed me as a person. There is so much I owe to the fact that I like working out. There could be many examples, but the one, my best friend Shwetambari Shetty, I know her through fitness. She is a fitness icon, used to be my training partner for a long time. I've learned a lot from her about fitness, life, parenting, and friendship, and pretty much everything. And I'm glad that the anchor between the both of us is also fitness. We are now building a podcast together, we're creating a lot of content together, and that happens to be in the domain of health and fitness also. Alright, Prateek, how does it feel to be a part of the long tradition, part of the Harley owners group?
It feels that you're belonging to a long tradition that has been around for decades altogether. And one of the principles that we follow at the Harley owners group is earned not bought. As in, to be respected and to earn badges, you have to prove that you're able to have long rides, you're able to be consistent, you're able to join in as many rides as possible. I'm sure that's pretty much similar to what you have at the Cult Champ community as well, right?
Yeah, exactly. And one very cool thing about the Harley owners group is basically the belongingness. If you are a part of the Harley owners group and you are in any part of the world, if you get into trouble, they have your back. That is so powerful, right?
Absolutely. And speaking about Harleys, how does it feel for you today to ride a Harley Davidson X440?
Oh, I love it. I'm actually loving this ride. I've been For the last couple of weeks, I was riding this in the city, but out here on this route with this kind of a view and these roads, I think I really love it. I'm loving more than anything. I'm just loving the experience, and the fact we generally tend to forget these things because we are very busy with our everyday lives. You have to get to work. You've got parenting responsibilities. You've got deadlines to chase. We forget that life is lived for experiences. And getting on this Harley, riding here with you, I'm able to connect with that feeling.
I definitely see a potential Harley owner joining the group soon.
Let's see. I'd love to do that. I would love to do that. Back to Harley owners group, I think there's something like you earn badges and what is that about? What are those badges about?
When we complete a certain set of milestones, like 10,000 kilometers and so on, or you join a ride and then you complete it successfully, you get a patch which you cannot buy, and you have to ride to earn it, and then it becomes part of your legacy, and you definitely get the respect that comes with owning it.
Wow, there's something very powerful about this line, earned, not bought.
I've seen there's something like a cult ninja program as well, which is identical, right?
Yes, exactly. You can't, for example, the recent jacket that came up, it cannot be bought. It's not available for sale anywhere. No one can buy it. You only get it by putting in, logging in those hours, by working hard. And there's something so beautiful about doing it.
Oh wow, that's definitely a target to attain, right?
What kind of workouts do you do at Cult? What's your favorite workout?
I started in Jan 2020 with group classes, and surprisingly, COVID hit after just 2 months of me joining Cult, right?
Yeah.
And some of the home workouts that I used to do over Cult Live featured you, Rishab. And 5 years down the line, now I'm riding alongside you, so I can say life has come full circle in a way, right? Who would have thought?
Wow.
And then after doing group workouts for about 3 years, then I switched over to the gym because now I have those consistency levels and that knowledge that group workouts gave me to be able to do workouts on my own, at my own flexibility.
Nice. That's amazing. I think that's what I see all the time. People like group classes is a good entry point, and I talk to Cult users a lot, and I have seen people stepping into a fitness center for the first time in their life with Cult group classes, and then eventually they understand a lot more about fitness. More importantly, they build the confidence to go and start working out at the gym on their own, and then they graduate to training at the gym. And a lot of times people do a mix and match of both. So they do group classes at Cult GX, and they also hit the gym a couple of times a week. Do you do a combination of group classes and gym, or you're like now a full complete gym person?
There are some classes like boxing and dance fitness that I will once in a while sneak into my fitness routine. And it's always good to catch up with old friends, who have been your group workout buddies. So it feels great to come back home once in a while, right? And speaking about community, even the Cult Champ community now has made it quite easy for new joiners to get acquainted to starting their group workout journey, right? There's something about a community which transcends genders, age, your fitness levels, and it makes you reassured that you're part of something bigger and that you're not being judged, and then you can fit right away, right?
I agree. I fully agree. I mean, the thing with fitness is that we've got to give people that safe space, and I think if you have the right people around you, you get that safe space. So tell me, Prateek, have you ever felt like giving up midway through a ride or a workout? Because both are hard things to do. Like, you get tired even when you're riding long distances. You get fatigued when you are working out. Have you ever felt like giving up midway?
There have been times where I have felt that, is whatever I'm doing actually worth it? Should I continue or should I just head back? But then, riding together, when you see others and they boost you, then that makes you feel to want to continue and to reach your destination.
I agree. Riding together, working out together, that's the main thing. Tell me something. What's the most random place you've probably ridden a bike at, or in fact, what's the most random place you've ever worked out at?
So back when I was in Pune, we had rode all the way from Jammu onwards to Leh, and there were places which were at a high altitude, so we had to get ourselves acquainted with the low air pressure there. So we had to keep ourselves fit as well to be able to ride long distances. And so there have been crazy places like Pangong Lake and so on, where we had to sneak in a little bit of a workout just to keep yourself flexible and stretched. So yeah.
Nice. Amazing.
So Rishabh, let me ask you this. There might be new joiners at the group classes and they might be not feeling confident. They might be apprehensive about how to begin their journey. What are some things that you talk to them to, ease their getting into group classes?
Yeah, I think not just about group classes, fitness in general, because group class still makes it a little easy. I think my message to people who want to get in fitness is to just start and forget about the fact that it has to be an hour-long workout or more than that. Even 10 minutes of walk counts. Even just putting your training shoes on counts. Just do something that connects you to the identity of becoming a person who works out. Second, find a community. I know I keep coming back to this point, but you find that community because people are very helpful. And I always tell people that, you hang out with 3 people who drink, you will be the 4th person. You hang out with 3 people who work out, you will be the 4th person. So
Absolutely.
That is very, very powerful. So just hang out with the people who, support your goals, who understand your goals, who live that life. And, there is so much available. There is cult out there. Even if there are running groups and there are meditation groups in your society where you live. You just have to go out there and find. There's social media where you can find inspiration. You just have to want to do it. All right, I think it was great talking to you, Prateek. Thank you very much for the conversation. Thank you very much for the bike ride. It was great meeting you.
Perfect. Thank you, Rishabh. And I'll see you tomorrow at the gym then.
All right.